Today I'm going to talk about keeping on course as my prescription for success, and it involves starting with the end in mind. Why would you want to do this? Well, imagine you're an airline pilot and you're flying from Heathrow to, say, New York. If you want to get to New York, you're probably going to put the destination in, and no matter what happens, your automatic pilot's probably going to just do a little bit of weaving around depending on weather, etc. But you are going to end up at that airport. However, if you're on manual and you haven't put your destination in, then you've only got to be half a degrees out, and when you get to New York you're going to be 30 miles from the airport, and it's going to be a little bit messy. And the same applies to your goals in your business, in your career, in your life. And it's really important to start with the end in mind. I'm going to use a quick example here, which is about eating my own vegetables, growing my own vegetables, which is what I want to do next year. So that's the end in mind, eating my own vegetables. What needs to be in place for me to eat my own vegetables? Well, I need to know what vegetables and how many. Then I need to know where the patch is. I need to have done some research. And in order to do some research, I need to know which book, which shop, which library, which online website I need to look at. And then I need to set aside some time to actually do it. So that's starting with the end in mind. So if you did that, or if I did that, because I actually want to grow my own vegetables, what I'd do is I'd allocate some time. I'd be really clear about what I was going to use that time for. I'd either drive to a bookshop, drive to the library, or look online for an online website. Then I'd do my research. Then I'd know where my patch needed to be. I'd know how many vegetables and what vegetables I could grow, and I'd end up eating my own vegetables. However, if I didn't do that, if I just thought, oh, I've got 5 minutes, what am I going to do? Well, maybe I might grow my own vegetables. Shall I have a little look on the website? You look on the website, perhaps you'd go to Amazon or a similar sort of site, or a vegetable growing site, and all of a sudden something else would flip in, an advert. You'd notice a different site that you'd been on earlier on in the day, and you'd think, oh, I'll just check that, I'll check Facebook. And you'd end up slightly off target. So you then follow that target, and you might not get to the point of eating your own vegetables and growing your own vegetables. Whereas if you start with that end in mind, you're much more likely to be exactly on target and really knowing where you're going to go. It's a sort of automatic pilot, really. So why don't you take a project that you've got in your mind, a goal that you've got in your mind, start with that, work out what needs to be in place for that, and then end up starting with the beginning in mind and see how much more effective that is. So this is Dr Bridget signing off with my prescription for success today. If you need any help, go onto my website, book a free session, sign up for other things that are on my website if they interest you, find me on social media, and look forward to seeing you next week for another prescription for success.